Thanks for stopping by to see what I'm up to today. TinyGS is an open source global satellite network allowing anyone to become a citizen scientist tracking LoRa satellites. TinyGS is an open source global network of community powered ground stations designed to receive and analyze data packets from LoRa enabled satellites, weather balloons, and other flying objects. It allows hobbyists to build low cost tracking stations using ESP32 based LoRa modules to track space telemetry. Here are some key aspects to the TinyGS project. To democratize access to satellite technology by creating a worldwide decentralized network for collecting telemetry data. Primarily uses affordable boards like TTGO LoRa 32 or Heltec Wi-Fi LoRa 32, which connect via Wi-Fi to send data to the TinyGS map. Stations listen to 433, 868, or 915 LoRa signals from satellites and send this information to a central server. One of the interesting aspects of being involved in the TinyGS project is the dashboard. Here's a list of the stations that I have or have had. And the first one I start out with is here at the bottom with a red indication is TinyGS 2. And that's the first node that I put out, a Heltec V3. And I put it out with simply a rubber ducky antenna and a power bank. And I was able to get 26 packets and 6 telemetry packets. I think that's what got me hooked. Like other aspects of ham radio with me, I'm not so competitive with other people as I am with myself. So once I saw that 26 and 6, I wanted to know if I can do better. I had a discone antenna that I hadn't put up, so I put it up. I reflashed this TinyGS 2 to TinyGS_1 and immediately started getting more packets. I put an LNA on it, low noise amplifier, and a bandpass filter. I flashed another one, TinyGS_2. I didn't have the LNA or the bandpass filter, and it performed very poorly. It had 0 packets of any sort. Amazon finally delivered the LNA, started immediately outperforming GS1. And as you can see, it's taken the lead. Let's take a look at that one. So you take a look, this is the information on that node, how long it's been up, creation date, its location, its auto tuning on 433. It's a Heltec V3 and it has auto update on. So whenever the TinyGS folks figure there's an update of firmware for that particular type of node, it updates itself. The antenna is a discone. I believe it's the 3000N. I'm not really sure, but it's a discone antenna wideband. You see the live tracking showing what it's listening to, what it's attempting to receive from. There's a 2D map, 3D globe. I prefer looking at the 2D map. Scroll down a bit. We see the satellite pass that it has or intends to track. We see a reception timeline preview, a sky view, and a grid of packets it's received in the last 30 days. Now, other nodes outperformed this node tremendously, but this is my best performing node. Something I like to look at is the heat map. See, I've received satellites stretching way out by Phoenix, out into the Atlantic, up the eastern coast of the United States, and down into the island. And here's more descriptive information about the received satellites. Go back to the console of all of them. Let's talk about this. TinyGS_3. I wanted to see how receiving on 137 would be, and there's a particular node that will do that. I have that node, but no LNA and no bandpass filter. So right now it's receiving 0 packets. We have to take a look at the sat decks, like a collection of Pokemon cards. I've received 98 total satellites and 16 shinies. Shinies are satellites that only I have received on that path, and they're delineated by this little orange yellow indicator in the top right hand corner of the card. Got to look at the territories. The world is divided into hexagons. You remember that heat map? This is just another depiction of similar information. These are the hexagons that I've received from. Take a look at the global territory. It gets even more colorful. A lot of people are involved in this project. You might see some names that you recognize here. There's Digital Rancher, and those you see in white, those are the hexes he's jamming on. Here are the top tiners for the 435 megahertz, and my position is 414. I'm not in the top tiners. A lot of people participating in this and keeping track of their progress. So there you go. There's a little brief introduction to the TinyGS project. Stay tuned. I will be posting another video with just how you flash those nodes. I appreciate you dropping in. Thanks for stopping by.